has got the green light, and he is confident. Not a shooter, you were saying. Not known as a shooter. More of a scorer. Now a steal and a jam.
Peterson gets an angle and throws it down. And he's just going to seal off the help. So Peterson's able to
just attack him off the bounce. Oh, look at that. That is fun if you're a Jayhawk fan. Just so quick, so explosive, changes speeds, such. Darryn Peterson's gotten a couple of easy shots in these base out of bounds situations. Here's another one. So you already have to be wary of lob dumps.
Defense and their rebounding, because this team's going to be able to score.
Wilson has it taken away. Peterson off to the races and lays it in.
More in the post, especially defensively.
And now a steal by Council. Took it right away from Evans. Peterson, back-to-back threes for the Jayhawks.
A really smart play.
Are obvious, but is it the aggressiveness that takes him to the next level?
I think so. And he's got to tack inside in the paint.
Wow, Peterson against the tough left-handed runner to go.
For Missouri, Bia is also off the bench for Kansas. Peterson for three. Second triple for the freshman, Darryn Peterson. Its best defender, Robinson, on the bench for the final 2 minutes of this first half. Here's Peterson working on Boateng. Spin, fade away. Yes. Yeah. Darryn Peterson's got a dozen here early, and he has let the game come to him. Peterson waiting on the left wing. Here's Badunga working on Northwell. Now White. They doubled White. Peterson was open. That's not the guy you want to lead.
Will Wade basically said, yeah, we were good. We got to be massively better, though, against Kansas as Peterson finally gets going.
You see him coming off this little pin down here. He makes a read, attacks that body, but still tries to draw the contact. Still a very tough shot.
Copeland leaves the floor with those two fouls. Peterson gets it into Badunga. Williams against Peterson now. Leans in, and Peterson buries it from nearly the same spot.
This is a pro move. This is why you call him a baby Donovan Mitchell or Brandon Roy. Look at the way he dips his left shoulder into his opponent, dips his shoulder into him, creates some space. Woo, that thing is smooth. Came out with the Theragun, and then he got stretched for about 6 minutes. So I'm curious how he approaches the beginning of the second half. Well, maybe he doesn't need to stretch.
Top to bottom this year. NC State didn't even make the ACC tournament a year ago. A revamped roster, a new coach, new life here in Raleigh. Peterson open. Can't do that if you're NC State. Darryn Peterson hits his first three. Invaluable. So again, it's v.org/donate. Every bit helps. And the most important thing we do here at ESPN. Peterson gets loose for the 32nd time, by the way. And we'll find out who takes home the hardware in a little bit. 49-48. There's Peterson again from McDowell for IU Kentucky. And then, by the way, Arizona, Alabama, Gonzaga, UCLA after that. 2-point game here in Raleigh. Peterson has had a monster second half with a dozen, and he reties it.
In the mock draft, our freshman, and right on cue. A deep pass, and the lob goes to Peterson.
You see right here, Peterson, he's wide open right here, then the ball swings. Nobody's within 5 feet of him that whole possession. Two people went with the big. He knocked it down.
5th three of the afternoon for the Knights. And Peterson continues to carve up the UCF defense. 17 points already. McDowell in the corner. Now Peterson again. Yes, sir!
Council. Peterson will try. And hits the three. Peterson off the glass and in.
How about that? Kind of got that Larry Bird hairdo going.
From the elbow, Peterson rattles it home. Peterson. Oh, and one.
The mothballs out of the training room onto the court. Electric.
Peterson off balance, got it. Calderon, the freshman from Brazil.
Yeah, he's not going to look to score.
Peterson, catch and shoot, and buries it. At Allen Fieldhouse, right now they're in control, 8 to go, and they lead it by 15. Peterson.
Dangerous pass, and Peterson takes it away. Right to the basket with the left hand. What a move by Darryn Peterson.
Torrey defending Jackson. Here's Peterson at the elbow. And a little floater from about 13 feet away will go. And you look at teams like UCF, what West Virginia did to Kansas a few days ago. Not many easy games at all in this league as Peterson scores again. More dribbling than passes. Iowa State was much later getting back on the court at halftime than Kansas was. Shot clock running down. Council knows it. Grazes the rim, and McDowell runs it down. And they get a 3 out of it.
Outlet pass. Here's Peterson galloping into the front court. Hesitation down the lane. Left hand. Outlet pass. Driving, spinning, fading. Can't get it to fall. Baylor 0 for 3 to start the game. Peterson baseline, rising fire.
Going off a nice little jump hook inside.
Council deep in the corner. Peterson. He's got in the gym range. Now posting up off the glass and in. Wow! How'd he flip that one in?
Upper body strip. I mean, one-on-one defense, Magnan right there, really good. Got into his chest. But Peterson, the creativity, the strength.
So here comes Melvin Council Jr. The MC sets up Peterson downtown. Bill Rankin to take it into the front court. Peterson again. Might be one of those nights for Peterson. Peterson, Badunga, Council Jr. Peterson down the lane. This kid is so smooth, Jimmy.
He's patient offensively. He allowed the screen to be set. Now watch him swing the ball through right there. Okay, now once he dips that, he's up underneath the defender's arm, and now he can create the contact by Baylor not to give up a layup, Gus.
Peterson crossover dribble down the lane on the move. Now Peterson crosses over and hits. Agnew actually called for the foul. His second. Now Peterson facing up. Dribble drive hard down the lane. Uses that body, pushes off. After they had held a players-only meeting following a loss to West Virginia. Peterson turns the corner, rises, and hits.
That's great action right there. And that's the ability for Peterson to play off the ball, to be patient enough once he utilized the screen. And
from Rachacha. Peterson racing, spinning, pumping, fading. Ball player.
Has prepared him for this type of environment.
Deep three, Peterson.
I'll tell you, John, and the young man is just a sniper, among other things. Usually when you say sniper,
Kansas by a point.
Trying to run Darryn off some screens.
Peterson on the move.
Nice.
Taps it in.
Whoa. Quick jump by Darryn right there. Take a look right here. Watch how quickly he gets off the floor.
And that puts some size on him and keeps Flory Badunga out of foul trouble near the bucket against Kebakeda.
A miss for Saunders on a 3. Here's Peterson. Got it! And what a start for Darryn Peterson and the Jayhawks. And Malik Thomas, they're combining for about 35 a game. Peterson knocks another one away. Second time he's done that.
Boy, talk about a two-way player. He has been active in every aspect of this game.
Right face guarding Peterson. Peterson gets a little space and knocks it down. Trey White the assist.
Boy, if you're wearing a Kansas uniform, took it baseline. They raised up the Kansas defense so there was no help.
Peterson. Jabs it! Oh, what a finish by Darryn Peterson.
It's that screen up top. Gets a little head of steam and just goes right over the top.
Peterson inbounds. Under 90 seconds. They find Peterson. Launches. Oh, hits! Oh, boy.
Watch this flare screen right here. See it? And even Toppin challenges, but that's Darryn Peterson to a T.
61 apiece, under a minute to go. Everybody on their feet in Lubbock. Peterson buries it. Wow.
Peterson has been silenced somewhat early. Always the focal point, and there, just as I mentioned it,
they put so much more pressure on every team they play against, but shot selection still has to be a priority.
Off the curl, he rattles it home again.
We talked about that earlier, just more aggressive. Maybe take a couple tough ones. The Howard is part of it.
There's a pilfer.
Yeah.
And a foul.
It looks so easy at times. Look at that, just got to be careful. And then the bounce off of two, the finish. Never in a hurry.
Woo! With Lipsy draped all over him. Peterson down. Pull-up jumper. Got it.
They need a win. They have been really hurting just for a W right now. You'd think they'd come in very hungry tonight.
Look at that. Taking a bite out of Oklahoma State is Darryn Peterson early, knocking down his first shot. Melvin Council so quick off the dribble. Doing a great job to catch up with him, though, is Kanye Clary. He's a speedster as well. And this guy's a shooter.
The same with all the big programs. That tournament is not fair in some ways.
How is he that open? I mean, that's the question. Extra pass, McDowell, White. Second straight miss for White as he has gone cold again. But guess who's hot? Darryn Peterson.
Yeah, he really got a lot of insight watching him with the Spanish national team, and then told him when he came back, hey, commit on the defensive end, rebound your tail off. Peterson, the pull-up is pure. So a couple of opportunities for Cincinnati.
Look at this flow by.
Oh, Peterson! He was looking for Peterson initially, and now he'll find him. Peterson fires and hits a three.
He uses bumps as well as anybody I've seen.
Here's Peterson off one leg. White coming off an outstanding game. Feed Peterson. Jumper. Got it.
If I were Darryn Peterson now, I just keep it.
Peterson going to work. Hangs and hits. Peterson, that's a three.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
He's got 17, and all of a sudden.
And Bryson held his ground without fouling.
Peterson jumper. Tip, and it's good.
Now, here's the deal.
And Johnson lost it, poked out of his hands, and Kansas gets the turnover. Here's Peterson on the run. The jump and the hammer to Cole Rosario. Goes to work around the killer screen, jumps it into the corner. The triple snaps for Darryn Peterson.
They switch off on him. Hunter scoring. I think it was White. Now the Benga on the dribble. The line. From Peterson.
And beating their defender off the dribble whenever they want. And that, in modern day basketball, is not a good recipe.
Peterson will cross over and again.
Darryn Peterson with Toulson on him. Peterson inside. That is beautiful. Punch, Toulson, and Robinson have not scored for TCU. Back the other way, Kansas the lead. Peterson, his jumper.
Got it in the half court. You got a guy like this. He's a sniper.
Inside. And that wouldn't go for Pierre. He wanted a foul call. Peterson at the basket. And one.
Open court. Wow. Okay. When they beat Florida and Wisconsin.
Peterson went behind the back. And is that going to count? In the hands of Peterson. Bill Self directing traffic. Got to go here. Peterson spinning, shooting, hitting.
Final play of this game for Darryn Peterson. Just terrific, smooth, skilled.
This is an important
steal. Peterson will slam it.
But as you've said earlier, they're playing upper level with high major size guys as Peterson gets one to go.
They'll make a move. Bullseye.
Boy, that footwork right there from 2 on the year. 26% on 2-point shots.
Peterson. They'll take it in from our CBS studios in New York. Peterson. Nice fadeaway.
That's not easy, that angle.
And that is a much more difficult shot going that.
Final seconds, first half. It's Peterson. Step back three. Sticks it. What a shot. And that could carry him momentum-wise into the second half.
Look at this step back. The space. Wow. You want to know why
he looks
at the
different,
top
doesn't
of
he, Stan?
NBA list?
Yep.
It's plays like the last.
Sets the screen. Peterson ramrods his way inside.
But he set that up with the initial. That set the cut up right there with the back door. How about that hesitation and then burn that thing to the rim? It is all Jayhawks here in San Diego.
Create some space.
Peterson to bump his three. Carl puts it down.
Right back at you, creating some space.
Under 9 to go. Peterson again.
And right back, beautiful pull up off the dribble.
Peterson, under 6 to go. He'll zig, he'll zag, he'll score.
And that's pro hop. Just to make that extra play, makes the move, pro hop, making a move using the pro hop.